Are we live? Everybody, are we live? Sorry, I'm about 6 minutes late. I was running late today, so sorry about that. But let me know if we are live now. Let me know. What's up, Harley? What's up, Reese? What's up, Acer? I'm logging into Discord VC right this second, so we can have some members come on if they choose. Okay. Where are we here within? Let's see, stream voice chat. There we go. We're all good. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good. We should be all good to go. How is everybody doing today? If you notice, we have TepCC officially now. 20 days, 11 hours, 52 minutes, 23 seconds. Who's hyped, everybody? Okay. Let me get Discord somewhat out of here so I can actually read chat. How's the audio levels? Let me know. If the audio is, if the music's good with my voice, let me know if that's good. We are officially live for our second test stream of the season. Who is excited, everybody? Just in time, I made it. Awesome, Acer. Glad to see you. Jailbreak 20 days. Let's go. Captain Mays, welcome in. How are you doing today?
Okay. Hello?
Yo, Harley.
What?
What's up?
Oh, my message.
I
sent it immediately.
That's crazy. I was about to start stream and I saw it like the second I pressed go live. 2 weeks ago, let's go, Acer. Yes. But yes, now we officially have TepCC here. So the biggest update, which not every single one of you may know about unless you were in our Discord server in the past couple weeks. But last time I streamed, our first test stream of the season 2 weeks ago, I actually said, yeah, the plan was to bring TepCC back to public. And then it was the next day, I believe, that East announced that unfortunately, due to time and money, he wasn't able to follow through with the plan of going public. I think his estimated reduced cost was only by 50%, and that just wasn't, ideal to what he thought it was going to be originally. That, along with so many commitments he has going on right now, there's just no way that he would even have the time, even if he had enough money to do that in the next few weeks. But the good thing is he was able to bring back TepCC private access to a few select exclusive streamers. So that's exactly where we are here. So AML will be once again exclusive to TepCC once again. In addition to a few other exclusive streamers who got access last year. So for the most part, whoever got access last year, they have the option to also have access this year as well. But in terms of much more than that, not so much. I mean, I know East said there could be a few more people in addition to what TepC private access was available to last year, but for the most part, it's really just gonna be more of those people who signed up last year, and if they choose, they can also they automatically get access as well. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm still expecting not more than a dozen people at most really having access to TepCC, so definitely AML is a great place to rely on. Definitely the best Easter tracker, most reliable, most accurate that you can get. So really, if you want to track with TepCC, definitely watch our stream. That's definitely the way to do that. And again, we're very unique because we have our own ETA system. And as you can see right under me, the minute our stream starts, if I scroll down here, you can see that they go live on this map on our website, amltrackers.com. They go live at around 4 UTC or 5 a.m. British or Irish Summer Time on April 4th. And that's just 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Pacific, I believe. 9 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Mountain, 12 a.m. Central, 1 a.m. Eastern, because that's just the minute our stream goes live here in about 20 days. So you'll be able to come to our website, and on the next test stream, which is the final one, 2 weeks from today, we'll have those ETA commands available in the live chat through Nightbot that you can use to get an estimated time of arrival in terms of the estimated time remaining X amount of hours, minutes, all that. That will become available in 2 weeks on our live chat on our third test stream, on our next test stream. So that's the plan for that. And if you want to see the actual time associated when he get to X place in the local time zone it's in, definitely come back to our website on Easter Eve the minute our stream starts, and that will be available there. My point being is because TepCC is private access, unless you're one of the streamers who got it last year, for the most part, most of you aren't going to have access to the website, meaning you also won't have access to the estimated time of arrival that TepCC also has. Really only those select streamers, including us, will have access to I guess it's the distance from you. Obviously the tracker in general, but my point being is because it's only select streamers for TepCC, you're at the point to where 2 years ago, when you could see the estimated time of arrival on TepCC, obviously you can't see that anymore because you're just watching our stream to track with TepCC. So that's why our ETA system, which is made by us, AML, is one of the best ways to do that. It's pretty comparable to the way we did it with NORAD too, because NORAD never had an ETA system to begin with, but we use that same premise. And even though TepCC in theory does, and that's only available to those select streamers. Plus, it's only the ETA from your house. Even if it was public anyway, our ETA system, you can see an ETA pretty much anywhere across the world. So it's definitely a great way, even though the only way to track with TepCC is to watch our stream, our ETA system will be absolutely awesome once again. And it's even better than a year ago, because a year ago we only had our ETA system with Nightbot. Now we have our ETA system with the website too, which just makes it even better. So point being is AML is definitely the place to be in terms of tracking, because not only we have access to the most reliable and accurate tracker that not many people have access to, but also with our ETA system, we definitely can provide the most accurate and up-to-date information compared to really anybody else in the community. So I really advise, if you want to have the most reliable information, definitely tune into our stream. Let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, sadly not public this year, yes, but I'm still really thankful for East Mountain Films to be able to make it private access. He's definitely a lifesaver, so just like we did last year, I'm very thankful for that. All good, Cassius Gamer. I was a little late too, so all good. You didn't miss much. Yeah, I still have the server that I had last year's access. Exactly, yeah. The people who had access last year have the same server that you can have access for this year. Me wondering how Gabe managed to bike with one hand and audience camera in the other hand on that one video. I know what video you're talking about, Harley. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that. What's up, 07G? Welcome in. I did not hear about that, Acer. Might not get access this year, mainly because I can't be asked because AML is streaming it. Of course you can, Harley. You're AML. If you want to, you can actually go into it right now, Harley. It should be pinned in team member chat. Like if you go into team member chat, since it's the same servers last year, it's still pinned in team member chat from a year ago, Harley. So if you just go up to team member chat, and I think it's maybe on mobile you have to press the search bar, and then at the top there's a thing called pin. You press that. I believe it's the first thing. Yeah, Michael, I did just check and it was pinned. So it's still pinned from a year ago. So all you got to do is go into team member chat and press the search, and it's right there. If you just scroll to where it says pinned on the top, or pins I guess it is, it's right there from a year ago. So yeah, that's what I thought, Michael. Well, what's up, G? Welcome in. Thank you. Means a lot, man.
Well, the main reason I don't really want to, get it is because you're streaming it in general, and I just can't be, bothered to have it. I choose to watch you.
I see.
Instead.
Okay.
That's
But yeah,
kind of
if anybody AML is watching, anybody who has, anybody who's in AML is free to use it even for their personal. Obviously, we're the only one in the team who is cleared to stream it, really, because it has to stay within our team. But if any one of our team members wants to use it for personal use, you can totally do that. Yeah, how's everybody doing today, and how have you guys been since last stream? I'm wearing the new AML Easter shirt. It's awesome. I got it several days ago, I think earlier this week. It's awesome merch. If you have some extra money, definitely go to amltruckers.myspreadshop.com. Obviously, watching us is support enough, but we have great designs over there on the merch store. But yeah, insane. 20 days, 11 hours, 42 minutes. Awesome. Is it windy in Pocatello since there's a weather warning for wind apparently? Yes, so 60-mile-an-hour wind gust this evening is possible. I would have to convert that into, like kilometers, but miles per hour, it's 60 miles per hour wind gust potentially. Later this evening, so after I'm done streaming, that's when the winds could really start kicking in.
I'm just thinking that because I didn't really want to know the streams go off.
Yeah, I know. But to be fair, I felt like we at least had 50-mile-an-hour wind gust. Might even go up to 60 at some point, and at least in spots in some of the area during the Christmas stream, and it still did really good. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, it's awesome to have TepCC now. It's just so funny that like literally the day after I streamed last, is when we got that announcement about the public, and I was just about it not being public, and I was like, if I would have just streamed the next day, I could have been like, oh, it's not public, but it's going to be private access. But it's just funny how I missed that by a day. 30 to 40, gusts up to 60. Yeah, that's basically where we're at this evening. Arizona 110 Fahrenheit within the next week. That's insane. It's literally March. Though it's possible we get to 80 Fahrenheit some point later this month, which is actually pretty insane.
Not for you, Idaho.
Yeah, Pocatello, somewhere in the Snake River Plain, generally anywhere in southeast Idaho. Somebody could get to 80 in the next week or two. Very possible. What's up, MTN? Welcome in. How are you? We officially have access to TepCC. It's private access yet again this year, so only a select few streamers have access. So I'm really happy about having access for sure. That's crazy, 07G. Stay cool for sure. That sucks. Gosh, I can't spell. I never get like autocorrect when I'm typing things in the computer. 'Cause I'm so better at typing on the phone.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
My lord. Microsoft Edge. What a...
Oh yeah,
I don't even have any words for it. It's horrendous.
man.
Okay, how did it take you that long to type that in discussion?
Man, it takes me like a couple minutes on computer. Okay, that's better. What's everybody most excited about for Easter?
The food, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. I literally cannot spell. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's something else.
I'll just whatever.
Oh gosh.
uh, oh my gosh. Now there's a slash in that. My lord. Okay, I gotta look at chat again. Sorry, guys.
Please bear with.
There we go. Okay.
If you hear someone, leaving voice, or me, obviously, I can't speak. Yeah, it's me because Microsoft Edge is just bad. It's just
Yeah, I
bad.
know. It shouldn't be like that. Okay, where was I? Um. Highest going up to 100 for this week. That's crazy. Michael, remember, we don't have commands yet. That's going to be the last test stream. So in 2 weeks, the commands will become available. We'll stay safe, 07G. Yeah, the heat is record. That's insane. I mean, Michael, I'm better at typing on a phone than I am on a computer. That's for sure.
You put a slash.
Yeah, you can see my mistakes in server logs. I don't know. I lived in Arizona for 10 months for people who don't know, between like 2013 and 14, and I didn't like it all that much. It was definitely too warm. I mean, the lowest it got down to in the winter was like 65 Fahrenheit, which is like kind of, I mean, it's funny though, is at the time I remember bundling up. Putting on a coat when it was 65 degrees Fahrenheit, but you know. But looking back, you know, yeah, it was definitely too warm for sure. Okay. Yeah, that's insane. 07G. You got an extreme heat watch, and we got like an extreme, or maybe not extreme, but it's like some sort of. I know we have a high wind warning or basically today, and the wind gusts will really kick in later this evening. Do you know on April 1st, it will be Apple's 50th birthday, and it'll be an event? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I'm not an Apple guy, to be honest, but that's cool. Yeah, 07G, that number is just, it's definitely annoying for sure. So, I'm not exactly gonna say it. I'm using Holiday Flight Path. Oh man, Acer, I would not advise to use Holiday Flight Path. Their business is just so bad in so many different ways. So I try to encourage people not to use it because they've just started so many different things in the community that I just don't agree with and I don't want to align with, and you know, with them, you know, trying to steal stuff from NORAD and the military getting involved, and then them just trying to copy NORAD stuff and then copy TepCC stuff. I mean, it just got to the point where it's just like I just never want to give them any business. But that's why I love TepCC so much, and I'm really. East Mountain Films is definitely a great developer, an awesome person, and I'll continue to support his tracker for as long as he's able to do it. So we're TepCC all the way, and obviously for Christmas we're NORAD all the way, and that's always what it's going to be honest. But yeah. Awesome, 07G. Hailed 5 times in my location yesterday? Man.
It hurt. They're like, they were the size of golf balls and they were solid, like solid rock.
I wish NORAD had an Easter Bunny tracker, but unfortunately they don't. The audio
The only
levels are
reason-
good and everything, right? What,
Yeah,
Harley?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
The only reason that I keep on leaving Discord is because I'm switching back and forth from YouTube and Discord, which causes it to crash because the
Yeah, I don't
page
know
just has to
why
load
that's.
itself.
I don't know why that's a thing. Honestly, I don't like what. So like, but then you said Google Chrome. Like, how does it work on Google Chrome exactly?
I can't access Google Chrome on the device that I'm on because downloads aren't available on the device that I'm on.
I see. Yeah. That sucks, 07G. Glad you got it fixed though. That's actually interesting, Acer. I feel like there might be a way to do that. A browser source. Maybe not. But what you could also do, Acer, if the browser source doesn't work, is you could just do like a window capture. And as long as you're, signed in, you can just, crop whatever you need on that. And that should work in theory. But yeah, I guess you're right with a browser source that typically that doesn't work with the browser source, but in theory you could do a window capture or something like that and just like crop it down. Like basically what's below me is a window capture. And I know the password stuff works because I've done that before just to test stuff. Like before I've even streamed and, before like certain things go live and everything, I always test stuff beforehand. And I've done that before. Just do a window capture and then you can, as long as you're signed in, it should be good to go. And a good thing about a window capture versus display capture is you can still, as long as you have the window somewhere up, it doesn't just immediately close the second, you get like a display capture more so. Because display capture, I think you have to have all whatever's tab up at once, because the minute you minimize it, it just goes away. So I would think a window capture should work.
So dead.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited to track with TepCC with us this year. It's definitely a blessing that we get to have access once again. Insane how fast time is going, especially since Easter is, definitely earlier than usual. Or not even necessarily than usual, but because it always varies, but it's earlier than it was last year by like, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So definitely, man, time is flying by, but we got 2 weeks till our last test stream and 3 weeks until the main stream, which is crazy.
To be honest, I might crash out if you don't put those very long town names into the weather thing.
Oh, I will. Don't worry, I will. I use my secondary monitor for my chat if I do a window capture interview with chat. I see, Acer. Okay. Yeah, I have 3 screens going when I stream now. This typically I had two screens for Easter and 3 for Christmas, because the third one for NORAD I would always put like the prep screen on there so I can do like a split screen of like a, not necessarily a split screen, but more so, you have a minimized 2D map and a big 3D map, and then I can rearrange the stats in terms of location and everything. But obviously you didn't have that like secondary map with TepCC, and I mean, all I really had to do to make some text bigger is just zoom in. It just, when I do that on NORAD, typically it just makes the map so low res, so that's why I always have 3 different screens to use everything. In TepCC, since I only had to zoom in a little bit, it didn't make the map that much of a difference, so I didn't have to do that. But now I'm back to 3 screens. This is the first time I've done 3 screens for Easter in particular, because now we have the website, and I do have the window capture up on my other screen, primarily because I obviously want to interact with it. So I have it up on my 3rd screen so I can actually interact with it, but I just decided to use window capture instead of display capture. I mean, I guess either would have worked, but for what I'm doing specifically, but yeah. Been saying, yeah, March 14th. I mean, man. At least this year, I don't have to worry about. I remember TepCC last year. East ended up adding the verified streamer thing in the bottom left corner, like I think on Good Friday last year, and I was like, oh no, because I had a big bunny in the bottom left corner. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to. And East was like, you have to do some OBS magic so you can either place it somewhere else or do something so it doesn't interfere with the overlay. And I ended up just like putting it on top of the bunny instead, and it worked out. But it's nice I don't have to worry about that this year. It's just, it's there, and I don't have to worry about that interfering or changing with my I don't have to change the overlay, which is nice. And for the team face cam, for anybody who wants to come on during the stream, I'm probably going to put it about there. So really, it's, maybe, I think that looks the best because it's basically centered between the ETA map and my face cam, on the opposite side. Obviously, I don't want to block verified streamer, and then that gives you like 2 out of the 4 buttons here that shows, and it's like it doesn't matter if it covers the first 2 just because, like, obviously I can still see them just fine. I usually have some covered, because a lot of times I utilize the bottom left for something come Easter, but that's still, I think, better than what I had at last Easter. Oh, good, Mikey. How are you doing, man? Have you been? I don't know if you, I don't know if you're in our Discord server or anything, Mikey, but it was actually announced the day after I streamed 2 weeks ago. So I streamed on the 28th of February, and then on March 1st, I have a party, so I'll only be on Forbidden doing it. Awesome. All good, Mikey, and glad to hear that. But the next day on March 1st, it was announced that TepCC will unfortunately not be public because, in terms of getting those costs down, so East Mountain Films could bring it to the public, he determined that it could only cut costs by about 50%, which for him, it was like, well, that's not reasonable. And also that combined with the fact that he has a lot of priorities going on and a lot of commitments and a lot of trips, not only like in the next few weeks, but also on Easter itself. He just thought, combined with only getting the cost down by 50% and the fact that he just ran out of time to really revamp TepCC, and because I know he had plans to use a different API and he was gonna kind of revamp it in a way, but he just didn't have time for any of that in addition to the cost. So unfortunately, it's only private access, but at least you will stream, yes. So if you see right now, we do have TepCC private access. So it was basically the same as last year. We got access last week. So the streamers who got access last year automatically have access this year. But in terms of anybody additionally on top of who had access last year, it looks like East will only maybe do a few more for the most part. But really, for the most part, we'll just have the people who got access last year will get access this year. So I'm sure there'll only be like a dozen people at the very most who have access to TepCC once again. So I'm very thankful to East Mountain Films for giving us private access once again, because we can absolutely still stream it, and definitely the best way to track and the most reliable and accurate Easter Bunny tracker is definitely TepCC. So I would just recommend, if you want to know the best, most accurate information, just tune into our stream. And especially with our even more advanced ETAs, like we had the Nightbot ETAs last year, but because now we have the website for Easter this year too, like we did a few months ago at Christmas, the ETA system, like I said, is even more advanced, just like it was at Christmas. So you'll be able to come on the website when our stream starts and really check out any ETA, which is very useful, because I know the last time you guys had access to TepCC, it was 2 years ago, in 2024, and they do have an ETA at least from you, like to your house, but I know it's because it's only private access, you guys don't have access to that anymore. So AML is just a great place to be able to have access to ETA, since you don't have access to tracker itself. And it's an added bonus, because just like Christmas, not only you can figure out the ETA to your house, but you can do everywhere around the world, which, TepCC didn't even have to begin with. Even on my end, looking at private access, it only has the ETA from you, from your house. So definitely, AML is the best place to be to, track with TepCC to get the most accurate information. And the ETAs are definitely, through AML, are definitely the best way to figure out when he will get to X place. So definitely recommend anybody who knows anybody who tracks. I would just definitely recommend bringing the people over to AML, because it's definitely the best place to be able to get the most reliable, up-to-date information. But I'm very thankful East Mountain Films was able to give us private access once again. Gonna go in 15 minutes. Be back around 8:25 GMT, 1:25 MDT, 2:25 I meant. All good. Sounds good, Harley. So Harley, how often does your voice cut, like when you switch tabs or whatever? How often would you say that it, I guess, drops Discord VC or whatever? Like, does it only happen when you switch tabs, or like how often does that happen? I am doing great, Mikey. Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, no problem, Mikey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh my
Alright.
god. Did you guys see that? I would Oh my
What
god.
happened?
I picked up my water bottle, but I guess I had a lot of force and I like went up, and then it, like, gravity, it like went against gravity because I just pulled it up and it went like that, and then it just fell right down. Then gravity took hold of that. But
Literally, the stream is so delayed, so I was waiting for what happened, and I just
Wait,
saw
it
your mic
is?
fly
Wait,
into the air.
I wonder if it defaulted to. Wait.
I mean,
No, it's
only
on low
delayed by, like,
latency,
a few
so it should be a 7-second delay at most.
Yeah, it's only delayed by like a few seconds, so I was
okay.
just waiting for see what happens.
I see.
Your mic flies into the air, and your
Yeah, I
bottle
guess
just
that-
makes the
yeah, that does
loudest
too.
sound ever.
Gabe is playing the drums. Yeah. That's funny.
Oh dear, I'm gonna need to save that to my camera roll in a second. Oh
RIP
wait,
Gabe's bottle,
so
yeah.
when your birthday comes, I can just screen record that and then put it on Monks.
Yes. Yeah, it's your Acer. Like 50% is good, but it's not like it's like, I think when he originally said that it was going to be public, the plan was it to be a lot more reduced than that. And that's why he reasonably said that. I was like, okay, yeah, it could probably be public. He did a soft announcement, but then it was just like, when he determined that's, especially combine that with time too, with how much more busy he is right now than he even, I feel like, was a year ago. It just shows that, that's just the way it is. But very thankful though that he was able to still do private access. That's what's most important.
I have
Awesome,
129 notifications.
You have 129, you said?
Notifications for YouTube.
Oh man. Yo, Michael.
You reckon he's only going to come on here to play the duck sound? Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There's a duck sound
As I
effect.
If I said that.
Yep. Harley did that to me a few times on the last stream a couple weeks ago. Man. So Harley, how often does the whole thing with Discord happen? Like, does it only happen when you switch tabs, or how often does that happen?
Well, because whenever I switch tabs, it forces the page to load.
Okay.
And then because there's so much loading going on, it causes Microsoft Edge to just crash completely.
Man. I mean, is there a way you can like, wait, you're on your computer, right?
Yeah.
Like, could you do like a split screen to where you have like what I do, even on one monitor? You like right on one monitor, I have OBS on the left side of the screen, and on the other side, I have like YouTube and also Discord too. But could you do like YouTube on one side, and then Discord on the other side? So you just like use you just break the, I mean, I guess the pages apart, and then you just go to like the edge of it where, you know, you have the symbol where it's like this, and then you can just force it any direction. And if you do that, you could just do half and half on one screen. So I don't know if that would work, but maybe.
Split screen doesn't work for the device that I'm on.
Oh,
So
really?
that wouldn't really work either. No. I mean, I wouldn't even say I'm even on a computer. I'm on an Xbox.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I see. Yeah.
The functions are so limited.
That sucks. Do you have another device you could like put the stream on though, so that doesn't happen?
I mean, I have a Chromebook, but it's out of battery.
Okay. I was happy a few weeks ago when you said, I think I fixed the issue, but, you know, I guess it just doesn't like to stay fixed.
I fixed the issue of, you know, the tab staying you know, open, but at the same time, it loads.
Yeah.
Just waiting because Michael is in VC for him to play something from the soundboard. He's muted.
Yeah. I wonder where Andrew's at.
I don't know. He's probably celebrating because Ireland won their rugby match.
Yeah, I know, Michael. That was Harley.
How'd you know?
Because I have Discord open so I can see. So when somebody talks, it highlights green, or not even talks, but any audio that comes from a specific person, it highlights green around the person.
Alright, okay.
Oh no, I think it just kicked him out of Discord again, or VC again.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Alexa, what's the weather? What the hell? Sorry. You still hear me?
Yeah, but you're really quiet. Like barely.
I'm actually the most confused I think I've ever been in my life.
Okay, you're better now.
I was so panicked. I thought my entire system got corrupted.
Oh man.
I heard like static, and when you ever talked, like it was like really slow and with like static in the background.
Yeah.
It signed me out of YouTube as well.
I don't know why it does. Awesome, Musa Venji. What's up, Ethan? Welcome in.
I think I found the issue.
Oh, really? What? What?
It says that I'm out of memory.
Oh.
I cleared cache earlier, but it's not really,
Oh
fix
yeah,
anything.
because if you're out of like RAM, for example, I guess that makes sense that it could just like force stuff to close if you don't have enough RAM specifically.
How do I fix this?
I don't know. I mean, you might just, if you can go into like your storage or maybe your settings. I feel like it's usually on about in the settings. Well, I guess that's a never mind. That's like I'm picturing Windows right now, or like PC. I guess Xbox is Microsoft, but I'm doing good, Ethan. How are you?
I literally cleared browsing data, cookies. I cleared everything, man, and nothing happened.
Man, that sucks.
Oh,
That's Michael this
oh,
time.
there we go. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. We'll be back in about an hour and 25.
Okay.
If you're still alive, that is.
Yeah. I don't know if I will be yet, but if not, have a good night.
Alright, see you soon.
See ya. Applause for Michael there. Michael, you should like actually talk on VC. I don't know if you're in a situation where you can, but you should. And 20 days is insane. Literally 3 weeks from right now we'll be tracking, which is insane. Oh, there Michael goes. Let me know how long you guys want me to stream for. If the chat isn't super active today, I might I'll probably end earlier. But I hope you guys are excited for to track with TepCC with us. That's gonna be awesome. $4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'll probably go till 3:30 or 4 Eastern at least. Because it's like what 3 Eastern right now, so 3:30 or 4, I would say. If you guys haven't already, definitely be sure to check out AMLtrackers.com. Yo, it's Harley again.
My show got cancelled.
Your show canceled, you said?
Yeah. So annoying because I literally prepared snacks as well.
Oh man.
So.
But you can see the difference between AML's countdown versus TepCC. 20 days, 10 hours 53 minutes on TepCC, and then 20 days, 8 hours 53 minutes on AMLtrackers.com. That's just the difference between when we start our stream. So we start 2 hours before TepCC's countdown ends. So yeah. Oh no, I think Harley got booted out again. Yeah, if you haven't already, definitely come over to AMLtrackers.com. You can watch the stream through our website when it starts. Right down here on the homepage, you have the countdown in terms of not only when our stream starts, but also when our ETAs go live, which is great. Then you also have your time converter, which will tell you in whatever time zone when our stream is, every hour of every part of our stream, really. Yo, Harley's back. And secret AML files. It's awesome to go through here to see some of exclusive database from AML. And obviously the big point, the AML prediction program, is preparing for launch, but the second our stream starts, you'll be able to come over here, check those ETAs. And like I said, on our next test stream in 2 weeks, which is also our final test stream, insane. I guess some Easters I do 3 test streams. Some Easters I think I've done up to 5. Same thing for Christmas. It varies. But this just seems so much quicker than it did any season. It's flying by. I mean, we're halfway through our streams, really. Because, I mean, we did our first test stream 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, we are the second one now, but we only have 2 big streams left. And that's just the test stream, the final one in 2 weeks. And then the main stream in 3 weeks, which is insane. We're like halfway through our Easter season, which is insane. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome tracking with TepCC again for sure. Awesome, Acer. Yeah, I decided to switch up the vibe this year and go jazz instead of the NCS music that I normally would do. Although I have some nostalgia for that NCS music. I mean, it's like prime YouTube. I mean, growing up, a lot of those songs are just, it's like 10 years ago where like those would either be intros in like YouTube intro in some videos, or YouTube outro songs, or some people use them as background music. Obviously, gaming, streaming. So it's pretty nostalgic for me, and I think that's a lot of the reason why too that I use them. But I just use the same one every year, so I just decided to switch it up, go jazz. And I like jazz too, and it's a little. I think it fits the vibe a little bit more. I know East Mountain Films tends to do jazz with a lot of his streams, and I know it's a lot easier, I feel like, to fall asleep to than it would be if NCS is cranking out some high beat song. Even though I like them, I just decided to switch up the vibe and go jazz. Harley's back from after Microsoft Edge crashed again. Man. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know if there's just a way to fix it. I mean, the only thing you could do is, I guess, just try to get another device to put the stream on. I mean, I guess if you can keep your Chromebook charged. I know some, it just depends what Chromebook it is. I feel like there might be some that are so crappy that even if you leave it plugged in, it still drains battery, but it just depends what it is. I mean, I know some don't do that. Maybe a lot of them these days don't, but I feel like older computers do that a lot. But if we can't use Google Chrome, Michael. I mean, it's an Xbox basically. But if you could figure out the Chromebook and put the stream on that, so you don't need to switch tabs on the Xbox, that's maybe what you could do. Unless you want to try VC on the Chromebook and then just put the stream on the Xbox, or vice versa. I don't know. That's all I got in terms of suggestions.
I mean, it's working now. It's fine now, but
okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it, does something else within the next few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael, last time I used a Chromebook, it sucked. I mean, it sucks so much. So I feel like you're lucky, Michael.
I've only had my Chromebook for about a year, if that.
Yeah. But I don't know, I guess you could try put something on that. Whether it be Discord or YouTube, and just put whatever else is not on the Chromebook on, I guess, there. Or, I mean, I don't know, because not all Chromebooks work that great. But if it's a decent enough Chromebook, maybe you could just put YouTube and Discord on the Chromebook, if it's decent enough. But if it's like an older Chromebook, it wouldn't always work properly. I just know the Chromebooks I used to use aren't that good to even do much. But if it's a newer Chromebook, it should be able to handle YouTube and VC at once, I would think. Oh yeah, Michael. Speaking of the Chromebook you used at Christmas, you remember somebody who you put your setup into your setup picture into Discord, and somebody was like, "That's AI." And I'm like, it's just so funny that you just took a picture and somebody thought it was AI. But I can see it though, because it does look like something you would like if you went into ChatGPT and was like, put a picture of a Chromebook on top of a desk. Like, I feel like that's something that might happen, but just imagine though, if like instead of actually taking a picture of your setup, you told ChatGPT to, you described what your setup looked like, and then you submitted that. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, like, stream wise, let's see. So the first stream, I just really wanted to make sure. If you don't know, every stream I really try. I don't know why audio's such a. I mean, to you guys, it's probably not that crazy, but to me, I'm just so like. I try to be a perfectionist and do so much with everything that like it just annoys me when, even though I had the balanced audio last Easter and then I had the balanced audio Christmas, everything is just slightly different every time I stream. Or not every time I stream, but like every season, and the following season that goes into it, just everything's different because the songs are different volume, and I've used my computer at a different volume in between there with OBS and with. But even if I kept it exactly the same, it still varies going from like Christmas to Easter because it's NORAD versus. Originally it was NCS music, but now it's this jazz music, which this is even harder to accomplish this season because the jazz music, like each song is at like a different volume. So I had to use Premiere Pro to. They have like this auto feature where you can like make the decibels be closer together, so the volume output's closer. There's still noticeable fluctuation, at least a little bit, in terms of each song. Some songs are louder, some songs are quieter, but it's still a lot better than it was. Premiere Pro definitely did a good job balancing out that sound because it was a lot worse when just the raw playlist. Like, it was crazy. So that was even harder to accomplish. So every stream, I look at the past stream to try to balance out the audio, and then I look at that one to see how I can improve with that, which those are big things for the test stream in particular, really, is just looking at the audio. Because I can see the audio levels. That doesn't matter. You really have to listen to it because it varies. It's not as simple as just like, oh, keep it at the same volume level. I mean, even if I had the same exact playlist, let's say hypothetically, it's just that's not reasonable because anytime you do something different with something else, it kind of offsets something. And specifically with, what was I going to say? I had a great point I was bringing up and I completely forgot about it. What happened on the Discord a month ago? Wait, what do you mean? God is good? What do you mean? I don't even know where I was going with that, but my point is every stream I was going to say is YouTube. A lot of it is YouTube too, because they have so many different settings in terms of volume. They have stable volume, they have normal volume, and now they just added a thing called like raise voice something. So, and not every device is compatible with the same thing. And if you factor in the fact that some people watch it with headphones and some people watch it with speakers, and even the same people watch it with headphones and speakers, that audio output's different, and it's not exactly balanced the same way on any one device. So really a lot of it's just trying to adapt it on my computer and then going on different devices in different ways to listen to it, headphone versus speaker versus all the different volume settings on YouTube, until you can finally compromise with one that is good with any option that you do, basically. That's the hardest part. And that's why also, like, that's a lot what the test streams are about, too. Not only making sure everything's running on the computer good, if there's any glitches, you can iron those out during test streams. and also testing, connection, and also like, for example, on the next test stream, the final one in 2 weeks, that will be the test with Nightbot with those commands. Once I'm able to get those up, so all good stuff. But no matter what, every test stream is definitely pretty heavily involved with balancing out audio and everything, and that's just kind of what you got to do every stream. So the first test stream was just kind of getting to the basics of obviously our site launching, but also trying to at least start somewhere with the audio. And I know at the time Harley had said something about, the audio is too high, but that's what test streams is all about, because you start somewhere where you think, maybe this is close enough, but each test stream you continue to listen and balance it out on different settings, on different devices, until finally you get between the last test stream and the main stream, you finally have a really good balanced audio. Because I never did that. Up until like a couple years ago, I never did that. Hence, if you watch like 21, 22 streams, my voice was always so much lower than the audio is. And it's kind of it's a balance that you have to do with, like, you don't want your music too low, but you also don't want it too high. You want your voice still to be higher than the music. So that's why I take a lot of time doing that, because like I said, several years ago, or even a few really, you could tell that it was hard to hear X person, whether it be me or sometimes actually it would be a lot easier with Discord, because Discord is desktop audio, which syncs with your music. But because it's a different audio source for your mic, for the person who's hosting it, in particular me, that was always hard to accomplish. So ever since 2023, I've been pretty good about using every single test stream to balance it out. So then by the time you get to the mainstream, you balance it out. It's all good. But yeah. Also testing out the overlays with everything. That's pretty important too. And one of the other most important things, even more so, like it says, the Nightbot commands, and those will be available on the final test stream in 2 weeks. So that would definitely be a good stream to utilize that for sure. But yeah, when you're streaming, you just gotta really make sure that you gotta utilize test streams to be able to make sure everything works good for the mainstream, because that's the most important for sure. Oh yeah, I think I know what you're referring to. I know what you're referring to. Don't worry. I mean, at the time, yeah, I got alerted about that, and I took care of that and all that. But yeah, sorry that had to happen with Discord and everything on our server. But don't worry. I mean, I took care of it within maybe 10 minutes. I would have taken care of it sooner if I would have saw it immediately. But luckily, one of our people who watch us reached out to me, and I was able to take care of that fairly quickly. But again, if there's ever any troll or any inappropriate stuff happening in our server, obviously, yeah, you can contact me for sure. But I think it's really good if you open up a ticket and ping the emergency team. Because not only that pings me, but that pings all of our management people too, who can also take care of it on the off chance that I wouldn't be available and somebody else could do it even quicker. So on the off chance that ever happens again, open up a ticket and ping the emergency team. That's definitely the most important. But I was thankful for the person who reached out to me about that. But yeah, if there's anything ever like that, let us know and we'll take care of it. Yo, what's up, Harley? On my Chromebook, let's go, Harley. Glad to hear it. So yeah, hopefully you can utilize the Chromebook and Xbox to do one thing on one and then one thing on another, and hopefully they can get fixed. Easter Bunny is currently at Easter Island right now, but in about 20 days, 10 hours, you will lift off. Well, technically 20 days and like 13 and a half hours. He'll lift off because he does prep, I believe, for 3 hours before he leaves. What's up, Henry? Welcome in. What's up? What's up, Jeff? Welcome in. Yo, Harley.
My Chromebook has a microphone attached.
You got it on your Chromebook now?
Yeah.
Well, good. Hopefully that works good. Let me me know if you guys want me to go for another half an hour to like 2 my time. Let me know. Microsoft Edge is so insufferable. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Can you hear my typing?
No, I cannot. There goes Michael again.
Oh, gosh.
You plan to get any rest during trekking day, or are we staying up the whole time? I'll try to stay up for as long as I can. I mean, at Christmas and also last Easter, and possibly even the Christmas before that, and maybe the Easter before that too. I have taken like 2-hour power naps, so I might do that again this year. If I'm able to take a power nap, that's like it. So, I mean, I'll probably be up for 40 plus hours with maybe a 2-hour power nap, between mid to late morning, West Coast time, on Easter Eve. So that's kind of my plan, probably. Awesome, Jeff. Glad to hear it. But it just really comes down to if I'm able to. But like the past couple years, I have been. So if I continue to get lucky that way and I'm tired enough, then I probably will. See what your energy levels are like. If you think it was worth having a nap, then take a nap. Yeah, absolutely. There has been some times where like I have a little bit lower energy and I try to take a nap and then I can't. So then then I just come back on. But lately I've been lucky with it, to where if I have lower energy, I'm tired, I have been able to, but that hasn't always been the case. So, I definitely will. I mean, I think I, at this point, always go off for a couple hours, usually in the morning, for the most part. Sometimes, like I said, I can always not get to sleep, but sometimes I can. And more recently, I have been able to. So I assume that will probably be the case again. But man, I mean, whenever I'm able to, especially like lately, that 2 hours makes such a difference. And then I get really energized the rest of the day. And yeah. Awesome, Mason. Yeah, it was honestly kind of hard finding like a jazz playlist that was non-copyright, to be completely honest. There are so many that I wanted to do that was just copyright. And I was like, well, no, I can't do that. So it took a while too, because a lot of the things that claimed that they were non-copyright weren't actually. And the way I found that out was I would read the comments and be like, how dare you call this non-copyright? Like, people in the comments would be like, it's not. I got a strike, or I got demonetized. Obviously, we don't make money on the AML channel, but you know, on my personal channel I do, and that would obviously be something I couldn't do on my personal channel. Obviously here, since we don't make money anyway, it doesn't matter if we get demonetized if we don't even make money anyway. But a lot of it was more like copyright strike. Like, it just, for that kind of stuff, you guys just have to read the comments, definitely, because if the comments are telling you it's copyright, even if the person tells you that's not. And that's why I sticked with NCS for so long, the non-copyright songs, because I mean, it's in the name, but I really wanted to switch it up this year, and I wanted to go jazz. But at least I was actually able to find something that is truly non-copyright. Yeah, we'll plan to go to 2 p.m. my time, if that sounds good for you guys. Maybe even 2:05, so we can do a solid 2 hours, since I was like 5 minutes late. I actually have a camera on my Chromebook, by the way. That's awesome. I mean, obviously it's up to you, Harley. I know the only people so far who've been comfortable to come on with a face cam has been really just me and both Andrews. I think that's like it. But if you are comfortable coming on face cam at any point during the stream, by all means. I can't have 3 face cams on at once. I don't think, at least. But, you know, if Andrew is off and you want to come on camera, then yeah, that's great. We could definitely do that. But obviously only if you're comfortable, because I know a lot of our members aren't, and that's fine. Thank you guys for 20 likes. if you haven't already, go like the main stream, all 3 parts. Let's see. I guess I could also go here. If you haven't already, go to the live tab on our YouTube channel, and you can like all 3 parts and share with everybody you know. We really want to get the word out there that AML is definitely the place to be for tracking, not only for reliability on TepCC, but also for our ETAs that no one else has. So I really advise dropping a like on all of our streams and sharing with everybody you know. I'm also ahead of the game too. I get like what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but like I get yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of the word right now. But basically, ever since we had all those OBS issues back at Christmas 24, I have like, you know, anxiety about like having that happen again. But I'm ahead of the curve this time because so far it's been good. The only issue that I had, and it wasn't OBS specifically, lately, it was more just the computer, something with the computer, but it seemed like it was purely because I downloaded a Windows update. So you know what I did? I just reversed the Windows update and went back to what I was before, and I haven't had any issues since. So I don't know why Windows would start updates that make things worse. So I just reverted back, and I've been good. But you always have to be ahead of the curve in case you have tech issues. And this year I have everything set up on another computer just in case, which I didn't a couple years ago. For my mom's birthday, it was kind of both me and my dad. I think it was a gift from my dad, but both my dad and I kind of pitched in together to get a really good laptop for my mom to replace her current one. And we were also, you know, it was really on sale, but at the same time we wanted to make sure that, you know, especially since I have a PC, right? And there's a lot of times where I'm out and about, especially with what I work on with my filmmaking and everything and script writing, that it would be nice to have a computer too, or a laptop in case I'm not home. So part of that investment too was not only getting my mom a computer that actually works, because unfortunately her computer that she currently had, it did not work good at all, unfortunately. So it was definitely time for an update, but because we did that, we also picked a really good one on sale that also would work for streaming on the off chance that something goes wrong with OBS or whatever. And at first I thought OBS didn't have a way to transfer automatically like your stream settings and stream overlays and sources and all that, but I actually found out recently that OBS does have a way to just transfer, and all you got to do is just make sure you have all the elements on a hard drive and then transfer it over to another computer. As long as you do that, everything transfers automatically. That's exactly what I did. So I do have a great laptop as a backup, and the stream settings and overlay looks exactly what you see right now on the screen. It's just copied exactly, because if you don't know, I take a lot of time I license everything I do. So not only I have to pay for a lot of what I do for everything you see with stream overlays and thumbnails and all that stuff. I pay to license that stuff, but Also, I build it from the ground up in a lot of ways too. I license so many different elements that I have to build it from the ground up together into one element. So it's not as easy as just, oh yeah, all you got to do is download that and bring it over there, because there's 1,000 different elements that I paid to license to build myself, basically. But yeah, OBS was great with that though. They had an automatic transfer feature, and I have it copied exactly on my mom's new computer. They got her for her birthday back in, like, oh, thank you, Michael. I'm glad somebody appreciates that. So I'm ahead of the game this time, and I have Plan B. I already wrote that. There goes. Oh, now it's Harley this time, I think. I was about to read Harley's comment again. That's funny. Do you have any other favorite truckers? AML's truckers doesn't count. Streamers wise, yeah, I mean, Just Weather. He only does NORAD at Christmas, but he's awesome. Obviously when Teen Yansu was around, but unfortunately they aren't anymore. I mean, I grew up on TBZ. That's kind of what inspired me to get to where I'm at now. So TBZ will always hold a like good place in my heart, because that was like the first team I ever watched and what I grew up watching for a few years, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I mean, if it wasn't for Anthony doing all that, I don't think I would be where I'm at now with all this. So I would say definitely TBZ for sure. Obviously it's not around anymore, but I mean, they pretty much went away in 2017. They did have a comeback stream in 2022 though, which was cool to see. But other than that, active people, definitely Just Weather for sure. He's cool. Sonic's cool. Sonic Boom 363. Yeah, I mean, those are the few on the top of my head. Okay, guys, we'll be ending the stream in about 20 minutes at about 2 Mountain Time. Me and Michael clapping for you, Gabe. Let's go. See, even though I think I've said in the past, well, I know I said that at Christmas because obviously we already got my mom the new computer, but I felt like even in the past I was like, oh yeah, I can figure out a way. But in reality, I don't think I could have, because any other device I had prior to my computer, and even prior to my mom's devices with her computer, they never worked well. It really wasn't until I got this. There goes Michael. It wasn't really until I got this PC back in. My dad got it built for me back in. I mean, it was for Christmas 2020, but it was delayed and didn't get here until after Christmas, so we didn't use it until Easter 2021 for streaming. But ever since, like, before that, I never had a good computer. The streams always used to be laggy. And then my mom's like laptops in the past, up until the one we just got her, haven't been that great either. So it's nice now having two really good computers, and in case OBS decides to freak out for absolutely no reason on this computer, obviously I have a backup now. So I feel good about that. I'm still so impressed with Starlink too, man. I mean, when I first moved here, I know I said this back in like the Halloween stream and obviously over the course of the Christmas season, but when I first moved here, there just wasn't really any internet options. I mean, there's like CenturyLink and like DSL, which suck, I mean, completely, because there was not much, I mean, they don't give you much speed. I mean, up and upload speed and download speed sucks, especially with upload speed, which you need for streaming. But luckily, like, Starlink just completely exceeded my expectations, and I've had it ever since October. It was a couple weeks before we did the Halloween stream. And yeah, it's just been great. It's been amazing. Mainstream is gonna be mayhem, especially with the goofy soundboard, for sure. One thing I really do like, I mean, I like a lot of things about the new logo, but is I never liked before where, like, you don't have any element of Easter in the logo prior to this one. You know, that's what I really wanted to improve on for the logo, for sure. And I like the fact that we can dress up the logo any way we want. So for Easter we have bunny ears. You know, at Christmas we had the overlay having, like, you know, snow or ice around it. So it's nice that the logo within itself makes sense for both holidays, and it doesn't, like, feel out of place. But at the same time, we can also dress it up to make it more Christmassy or more Easter too, which is great. The sound of silence of crickets, yeah. This year's gonna be great. Hopefully a record-breaking year. Yeah, for sure, Acer. Hopefully. But yeah, man, time just is insane. Like, especially lately, time has gone by so fast. And man, like, I couldn't even keep track of time this morning. I mean, that's why I was like 5-6 minutes late. Because in theory, on paper, I got up early enough to do everything that I needed to do before I streamed, but, like, I still don't have enough time to be right on time. Obviously, the main stream, that's usually different, just because it's like at like 10 p.m. So there's no excuse to miss a 10 p.m. stream. But when it comes to, like, midday, for me, and trying to get stuff done before I stream, you know, I can't always make the cut, but I try my best. But also I do that, I schedule it intentionally because I want to stream kind of earlier in the day, especially now that we have more daylight now with daylight savings. So I can get more stuff done after too, but yeah. I just banged my mic again. There you go. Oh yeah, I've never opened the soundboard before. Wow, there are a lot of things in here. Apparently the AML soundboard, we have jingle bells. And then you have the Discord sounds too. That's cool. Thanks. Yeah, it is, Acer. I decided to switch up the vibe and go jazz instead. I liked the music that I used before, but it just got so repetitive that I figured it was time for a change since it was it's our 10th year. Oh, done, Gabe, for banning your mic. Absolutely. I am headquartered in Idaho, Jeff. I was in Oregon, and then I moved last summer to Idaho. So I haven't even been in Idaho for a year yet. Even the Easter stream a year ago, I was still in Oregon. How much do you think you'll be on VC this year, Harley?
Probably a long time. Probably say like half a stream.
Cool. I'm probably going to send out a thing with our team members here at some point soon, just being like, getting confirmation in terms of who will be around for the stream, who can be in VC, all that. Oh yeah, now also do time logs. I mean, man, we're 3 weeks away from Easter. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put out time logs very soon as well. Probably just put that into like one team announcement thing, getting confirmation from people and putting out the time log. Awesome. Happy birthday to your sister, Arlie. And it's Mother's Day in the UK tomorrow? That's interesting. It's like, what, May for the US? Awesome, Mason. $1,400 unread emails? That's insane. What's up, Kobe? Welcome in. How are ya? My school email is now over 2K. That's insane. We'll plan to end in about 8 minutes, everybody. So if you want to talk about anything before we end the stream, feel free. But yeah, 20 days, 10 hours, 8 minutes until the countdown ends on TepCC. Yeah, I bet, Michael. Chicago getting ready for storms tomorrow, followed by wind and ending in snow. March is crazy here. That's crazy, Jeff. We have a high wind warning up right now, and we're predicted to get 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts this evening. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Kobe, but also it's very. I'm also very thankful that we have private access to TepCC. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. The only reason why I know this is because I went on the official TepCC website, just track.easterbunny.cc. But if you read the announcement from East on the website, I'll even show you guys this because I forgot to talk about this. Let me look it up. So this is what it looks like for you guys, obviously. Oops, I just closed it out. Oh my gosh. No, and I just opened up Outlook. No. No, wait. Okay, this is what I want to do. So this is what TepCC looks like for you guys. So if you go to the info section and go news, this is something that I wanted to mention that I forgot to. At the end of this, East Mountain Films, he posted this the same day after he said it will not publicly run in 2026. It says at the bottom, I am looking into the possibility of reopening the tracker in 2027, and I hope to have more information about this in the coming months. So to answer your question, Kobe, is it possible to get TepCC public in 27? Yes, it's definitely possible. In terms of the likelihood, who knows? But East Mountain Films did say in that announcement on the official website that he's looking into the possibility of doing that. Because it's possible if he has more time, maybe he can cut down costs more so than he would be right now. Or at the very least, even if he can't. I just know, I mean, time is of the essence, absolutely. I mean, it's way easier to get something going up to the public over the course of a year than it is 3 weeks, basically. Because that's kind of his time crunch that he was on, and he just couldn't do that this year. But anyway, my point being is it's possible. I'm not going to say it's likely, but it's definitely possible. So just stay tuned from updates from East.
Did I put song instead of soon in that comment?
Oh yeah, you did. I was just reading that and I was like, what are you saying? What country?
Say what country?
Yeah, what country?
Bougainville. It's in Oceania. It's near Papua New Guinea.
I remember you saying that. I don't know if that was like the last street or like the last, like at Christmas, or if that was like Easter or something. But I remember you saying that. That'll be interesting to add for like ETAs and stuff. But it's not a country yet, so I won't have it. But if it becomes a country in 27 or 29 or whatever, then that will definitely be added.
Might have to add myself as a team quote. Gosh. I can't say that.
Oh, that's awesome, Acer. Yeah. I don't really do ETAs or anything else other than, weather and tracking for the most part. That's really it. Possible hold my breath. Exactly, Michael. I don't know. I did not hear that, Harley. Oh, Michael said yes? Michael said yes, but I didn't hear it.
Literally walked into the room and just burped.
That's fine.
It put me off.
That's true, Acer. Who knows? Yes, Kobe. East did give us access. Yep. We are a verified streamer. Just like last year. Alright, we'll be ending in about a minute. Actually, I might go till 2:05 to be honest, so we can hit 2:05, 2:06, so we can actually hit 2 hours. So I might go for like 8 more minutes if that sounds good for you guys. No, I have not, Acer.
What phone company did you say you hated?
What phone? Oh, Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just hit 2 days. No, 20 days. 10 hours. There goes. Was that Michael or was that Harley who just did the duck? Michael. There you go. Wow. Wow. Man, that was a lot at once.
Shush, Michael.
Gabe should do a 10-hour compilation of him listening to the Apple notification sound. Oh, okay. Here we go again. Wow, Michael. Michael, oh my gosh. Yeah, right now it's Michael Acer, but Harley and Michael have both been doing that. Michael like started it though, I think at Christmas.
Oh my god. Oh, man.
But now it's Harley. There you go. Wow, now it's Michael again. He found the soundboard at Christmas last year and played a duck quacking just randomly. Yeah, I still remember. I couldn't tell what it was at the time because the volume was kind of low, but when I took my break before Santa got to the U.S., when I was hanging out with family, we have our stream up on the family TV, like in the family room. Michael. And that duck thing was happening when I was like, I guess I was baking cookies with my parents or something. And at the time, it was too quiet. It was like quiet enough that I could tell something. I couldn't tell what it was, but I could tell something weird is happening. And then when I got back on, I went to team quotes and then saw the whole duck thing. And I'm like, oh. And then all of a sudden, Michael started doing that when I got back on. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome, Acer. There goes Michael.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we'll end in about 3 minutes, everybody. Well, there comes Michael again. And he's gone. And he's back. He's gone. He's back. Oh, he's gotten back. Wow, that was a quick back and forth there. Wow, okay. There we go again. Michael. Oh, that's a new one. What does that entail exactly? It's know what I mean. So how does that work? Like, what are? Oh, maybe it's just okay. I thought you were actually playing it on. I see. Okay. Anyway, look forward to seeing you on Easter Eve. Take care. Yes, you too, man. Thank you for tuning in, Jeff. Thank you for tuning in, Acer. Thank you for tuning in, Mikey and Kobe and Mr. Cash's Gamer and everybody else who has tuned into the stream. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll be back in exactly 2 weeks for our third and final test stream. And yeah, and that will be when the Nightbot ETA commands are available. So definitely stay tuned and yeah. We'll catch you in about 3 weeks and have a great, almost the rest of March, really. Because we'll be streaming like a couple of days before March ends, really. So see you guys then on Saturday, March, I think it's 28th at 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. GMT. And we'll see you guys later. Take care, and God bless, and see you guys in the next one. We got 20 days, 9 hours, 53 minutes, 10 seconds, and got a lot of sound effects going on to get you later, guys. Michael and Harley are having a field day with this. See you later, Acer. See you later, Jeff. See you later with everybody. Catch you